On the evening of May 3rd, 2007, a quiet holiday resort in Praia da Luz, Portugal turned into the center of one of the most haunting mysteries of our time. A little girl just 3 years old vanished without a trace from her family's holiday apartment. Her name was Madeleine McCann. No ransom note, no confirmed sightings, no solid trail. Her disappearance sparked one of the largest and most expensive manhunts in modern history, stretching across countries, involving countless investigators, and capturing the attention of millions around the world. Yet today, more than 17 years later, the question remains, what really happened to Madeleine McCann? Part 1, A Family Holiday. In late April 2007, Kate and Jerry McCann, both doctors from England, took their 3 children on a family vacation to the sunny Algarve coast of Portugal. They stayed at the Ocean Club Resort in Praia da Luz, a popular spot for British tourists. The McCanns came with friends, 7 other adults, also doctors, and their children. Their plan was simple: days at the pool and beach, relaxed evenings at the resort's tapas restaurant just a short walk from their apartments. Like many vacationing parents, they followed a routine. After putting the children to bed, the adults would meet for dinner at the restaurant, taking turns checking on their sleeping kids every 20 to 30 minutes. The McCann's apartment, 5A, was on the ground floor, with a sliding glass door leading into the living room and 2 bedrooms beyond. Nothing about that spring holiday hinted at the nightmare that was about to unfold. Part 2, The Night of May 3rd. On the night of Thursday, May 3rd, the routine was the same. Around 8:30 p.m., Kate and Jerry tucked Madeleine, who was just 3 years old, and her younger twin siblings, Sean and Emily, into bed. The couple then walked the short distance to the tapas restaurant to join their friends. At approximately 9:05 p.m., Jerry checked on the children. Everything seemed normal. About 30 minutes later, another friend, Matthew Oldfield, offered to check the McCann's apartment during his own round. He later reported that the room looked fine, though he didn't step fully inside to see Madeleine. At 10 p.m., Kate McCann went for her own check. She entered the bedroom and froze. Madeleine's bed was empty. The window was open. The shutters were raised. Kate rushed back to the restaurant shouting, "They've taken her! Someone's taken Madeleine!" Panic spread instantly. Resort staff and guests joined the frantic search, but there was no sign of the little girl. Part 3, The Immediate Response. Portuguese police were called. Roadblocks were set up. Officers searched the beach, the streets, and nearby properties. But those critical first hours, the most important window in any missing child case, were marred by confusion and delays. There was no immediate forensic lockdown of the apartment. Volunteers and resort staff, well-meaning but untrained, moved in and out of the room, potentially contaminating evidence. The border with Spain, only a 90-minute drive away, was not immediately closed. By sunrise, the search had expanded, but Madeleine was nowhere to be found. The mystery was already taking shape. Part 4, A Case That Gripped the World. News of Madeleine McCann's disappearance spread like wildfire. Within hours, her photo, a small, bright-eyed girl with blonde hair and a distinctive mark in her right eye, appeared on television screens across Europe and then the world. That small detail in her eye became a crucial identifier, and the haunting image of her innocent smile was impossible to ignore. In the days that followed, volunteers and community members came together in unprecedented ways. Millions of missing child posters were printed and handed out at airports, train stations, bus stops, and even outside football stadiums. The campaign adopted a single, powerful slogan: "Find Madeleine." Celebrities and political leaders also spoke out. Fundraising events were organized to keep the search alive. In one of the most poignant moments, Pope Benedict XVI met with Kate and Jerry McCann in Rome. He blessed a photograph of their missing daughter and offered prayers for her safe return. Part 5, The First Suspicions. Early on, the Portuguese police focused on the theory of abduction by a stranger, a frightening but tragically real threat in tourist areas. Several witnesses reported seeing a man carrying a small child near the resort that night, but leads went nowhere. Then in a shocking twist, attention shifted toward Madeleine's own parents. In September 2007, just 4 months after the disappearance, both Kate and Jerry McCann were formally declared Arguido's official suspects. Police cited traces of Madeleine's DNA reportedly found in a car the McCanns rented weeks after her disappearance. Media frenzy followed, and public opinion became divided. But after extensive investigation, there was no conclusive evidence against the parents. The McCanns maintained their innocence and were cleared of suspect status in 2008. The question remained, if not them, then who? Part 6. Years of Theories and False Leads. Over the next decade, the case saw countless twists and endless speculation. There were alleged sightings of Madeleine in Morocco, Spain, even as far as Australia. All of them eventually ruled out. Some believed she had been kidnapped by a child trafficking ring. Others thought it might have been a burglary gone wrong. Private investigators were hired by the McCanns. Scotland Yard launched its own probe in 2011, known as Operation Grange, pouring millions of pounds into the search. Yet the trail remained frustratingly cold. Part 7. A new suspect emerges. In June 2020, a major development finally surfaced. German authorities named a new prime suspect, Christian Bruckner, a convicted German sex offender who had lived in the Algarve region around 2007. Bruckner was already serving a prison sentence for unrelated crimes. Investigators revealed that he had a history of child abuse and burglary, and that his phone had been in the Praia da Luz area the night Madeleine disappeared. For the first time in years, there was renewed hope for answers. But as of today, no definitive evidence links him to Madeleine's disappearance. Part 8. The Lingering Questions. 17 years later, the disappearance of Madeleine McCann remains unsolved. Theories continue to divide experts and the public. Was it a planned abduction? A crime of opportunity? A cover-up? Why did so many potential leads fail to bring closure? And could critical evidence have been lost in those chaotic early hours? For the McCann family, the search has never stopped. They continue to hope for answers and for the return of their daughter. Part 9. A Legacy of Lessons. The Madeleine McCann case changed the way the world thinks about missing child investigations. It revealed serious flaws in international cooperation, showing how difficult it can be when police forces from different countries try to work together. It also highlighted the dangers of media frenzy, as endless speculation sometimes distracted investigators and even spread false leads. Perhaps most importantly, the case showed the critical importance of protecting a crime scene in the first few hours after a disappearance. Mistakes made early on can never be undone. Over the years, this tragic mystery has become more than just a criminal investigation. It stands as a symbol of a family's unshaken hope, a case that continues to puzzle experts, and a reminder that one missing child can capture the attention of the entire world. Even today, Madeleine's face remains familiar across continents, a lasting reminder that her story is far from forgotten, a mystery that endures. On that quiet evening in 2007, in a small seaside village in Portugal, a 3-year-old girl vanished. In the years since, her name, Madeleine McCann, has become synonymous with one of the most perplexing, unsolved cases in modern history. We may one day learn the truth, or the mystery may endure for generations, but the search for answers and for justice goes on. If you found this documentary insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dive stories into the world's greatest mysteries. And let us know in the comments, what do you think happened to Madeleine McCann that night in Praia da Luz?